Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Marcus Rashford withdraws from England's squad through injury. Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford will not play any part for England in their upcoming 2024 European Championship qualifying fixtures against Italy and Ukraine. The 25-year-old was forced off with an injury scare in the final knocks of his side's win against Fulham at Old Trafford, as United booked their place in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. A statement on United's official website read, Marcus Rashford has been forced to withdraw from the England squad. The Manchester United forward sustained a knock during the 3-1 victory over Fulham in the Emirates FA Cup quarter-final at Old Trafford on Sunday. With Rashford now unavailable for the Three Lions, Callum Wilson could be handed a recall to the international scene, having been originally left out by Gareth Southgate. United manager Erik ten Hag will be hoping Rashford's injury blow doesn't keep him out for too long off the back of what has been a free-scoring spree for the attacker. Since the conclusion of the 2022 World Cup in December, Rashford has netted an impressive 19 times across all competitions to take his tally for the season to 27, 5 more than his previous personal best. With United still chasing silverware on three fronts, they will undoubtedly need their leading goal scorer fit, firing on all cylinders ahead of what is said to be an enthralling end to their campaign. Having fallen a whopping 19 points adrift of Arsenal, the Red Devils are out of contention for Premier League glory, but success in the Europa League and the FA Cup is still up for grabs. United have been drawn against La Liga outfit Sevilla in the quarter-finals of Europe's second-tier tournament, while an FA Cup last four clash against Brighton and Hove Albion also awaits after the international break. Donny van de Beek shares positive injury update. Manchester United midfielder Donny van de Beek has shared a video of himself working hard in the gym as he continues with his rehabilitation. Van de Beek went off injured during United's Premier League against Bournemouth at Old Trafford in January. The Dutchman collided with Bournemouth star Marcus Rashford and came out the worst of the two from the clash. Van de Beek had surgery, and Erik ten Hag later confirmed that the player is highly unlikely to feature for the Red Devils again this season. Ten Hag, however, expressed optimism that his Dutch compatriot will be available for United pre-season tour. The United boss said via club media on January 13, I think it's quite positive news. Of course, the bad news is he is out for the rest of the season, but the good news is, in the long term, his knee will be okay and he will be ready again to play at the highest levels and will be ready for the start of preseason. The People's Person reported that United will travel to the United States ahead of preparations for the next campaign. Van de Beek took to social media to show supporters his progress. In the video, the 25-year-old is seen in the gym going through the motions while trying to build up his strength in a series of exercises. Van de Beek seems to be doing well as he focuses on a return to action come the new season. The United man captions the video with the words, Trust the process, step by step. Newcastle United lining up summer deal for Man United midfielder Scott McTominay. Newcastle United are prepared to make a formal approach to sign Manchester United midfielder Scott McTominay during the summer transfer window, according to the Telegraph. The Magpies were interested in signing the Scotland international in the January transfer window, but United were not keen on negotiating with a direct rival for a Champions League place. It's now reported that the Tennessee outfit will make a fresh move this summer and believe the Red Devils will soften their chance as Erik ten Hag needs to sell a player to raise extra transfer funds. Meanwhile, Eddie Howe is an admirer of the midfielder and feels the 26-year-old would add something different to the Magpies squad. McTominay is open to the idea of moving to the northeast. McTominay started the season as an indispensable figure from the number 6 role. He managed to keep Casemiro out of the starting lineup until the 6-3 rout at the hands of Manchester City. Casemiro has since been an undisputed starter in the defensive midfield role when available. In his absence this year, Fred and Marcel Sabitzer have played in the position ahead of McTominay. Hence, it's unsurprising that the Scot is unsettled at the moment. The Magpies could guarantee him a starting spot alongside Bruno Guimaraes, but United won't let him go on the cheap. It has been reported that the Red Devils are eyeing £40 million plus for McTominay, and they could stay firm on the valuation, particularly if the Magpies also qualify for the Champions League. In our view, United should utilize the funds from McTominay's sale for the purchase of João Palhinha from Fulham. The Portuguese has been by far the best holding midfielder in the league this term. Man United could receive 8 bids before Wednesday's deadline. Glazers likely to stay if £6 billion price is not met. Manchester United could receive as many as 8 bids before Wednesday's deadline day for second offers, according to Sky Sports. The Glazers opened the door to sell the Red Devils in November last year, but the club's owners are not expected to part ways unless their asking price is met. They are looking for £6 billion to move on, and as things stand, there are no clear favourites, though Sheikh Jassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe have confirmed their interest. Aside from the deal, there are 6 more firms that have come with investment and purchase proposals. Wednesday's evening deadline could decide their fate. Sky Sports claim that the Glazers could look for investment into the club instead of an outright sale. Suppose their valuation is not met by tomorrow evening. Sheikh Jassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the front runners to take over United, their opening bid of £4.5 billion and £4.3 billion were short of the valuation, but fresh proposals are expected. Representatives of Sheikh Jassim met with United officials last week, while Sir Jim also made a public appearance at Old Trafford. He had a brief chat with manager Erik ten Hag. In our view, Sheikh Jassim could be leading the race after recent comments from Sir Jim. In an interview with Wall Street Journal, he was adamant he will not pay a stupid price. It remains to be seen whether Sheikh Jassim is willing to match the price tag. Otherwise, the Glazers could go with Elliott Investment Management, who are looking for a minority stake. Sir Jim Ratcliffe says he would walk away rather than pay a stupid price for Manchester United. Ineos billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe has revealed that he will not be bullied into overpaying for Manchester United, and that he will walk away if the price is not sensible. This comes after Ratcliffe personally led the Ineos delegation that held talks with senior United officials on Friday at Old Trafford. The People's Person reported that talks were positive and that a second bid is incoming. Representatives of Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani were at Old Trafford the day before Ratcliffe and also held similarly productive and constructive talks with United executives. It was relayed that Sheikh Jassim is now prepared to overpay for United, as it is his belief that such a prized asset does not come around that often. Sky Sports detailed that Sheikh Jassim's second bid would be made on Wednesday. Ratcliffe held an interview with the Wall Street Journal via the Telegraph. He refused to divulge the intricate details of his financial proposal, but insisted that he will only pay what is fair. He said, "How do you decide the price of a painting? How do you decide the price of a house? It's not related to how much it costs to build or how much it costs to paint. What you don't want to do is pay stupid prices for things because then you regret it subsequently." The petrochemical mogul added, "Our interest in that club would be purely in winning things." Ratcliffe further added that he does not view United as a business but as a community asset. The 71-year-old was quizzed on whether his pursuit of United is different from his other business endeavors. To this, he replied, "That, in a sense, goes without saying because sport is emotional." Park Ji-sung raves about Manchester United transfer target Kim Min-jae. Only one South Korean footballer has played for Manchester United, and he was a huge success. Park Ji-sung won 4 Premier League titles, 3 League Cups, and 1 Champions League. In recent weeks and months, there has been another South Korean strongly linked with a move to Manchester United, Napoli defender Min-jae. Now his compatriot Park Ji-sung has been discussing the in-form Napoli star. Reports last month from Goal and the Mirror had linked Manchester United with a move for the defender. Speaking to Tutto Mercato Web, Park Ji-sung was quizzed about the current South Korea international, and it's clear he rates him highly. Park said, "Extraordinary. What a talent. He took the right step by going to play in Turkey and showed himself ready to take a step forward. He didn't come directly to Italy, but step by step. So he grew, and there is no doubt that he is doing extraordinary things as a technical leader and personality in Naples." Napoli signed Kim Min-jae for just £3 million in the summer. Now he is worth substantially more. He has a million release clause of around £40 million, which appears good value. In comments reported by Fabrizio Romano, Napoli manager Luciano Spalletti talked up the defender. Spalletti said, "Kim Min-jae is the best centre-back in the world right now." Kim's Napoli are on course to win Serie A and are into the Champions League quarter-finals, with question marks hovering over Harry Maguire's Manchester United future. A move for Kim Min-jae could come into sharper focus in the summer. Man United could persuade RB Salzburg and RB Leipzig to cancel Benjamin Sesko deal by paying higher fee. Manchester United can still sign RB Salzburg striker Benjamin Sesko in the summer, reports The Times. The 19-year-old has agreed to a £20 million move to RB Leipzig ahead of the summer transfer window. However, The Times claimed the Red Devils could try to persuade the two clubs to cancel the agreement by paying a higher fee. Man United want a top-class striker ahead of next term to sustain their momentum under Erik ten Hag. They have improved immensely under the Dutch manager, and a quality number 9 can help them challenge strongly for the Premier League. Man United still want Tottenham Hotspur hitman and long-term target Harry Kane. However, they may need to part with £100 million up front to sign the England international. Napoli star Victor Osimhen is also on their shortlist, but the 24-year-old Nigerian international could cost them an arm and a leg. His mind-blowing performances in Italy this term have seen his value skyrocket. The Red Devils will not hesitate to splash the cash, especially if a new owner takes over soon. Nevertheless, a deal for Sesko could be more beneficial. They may not need to pay more than £40 million to convince the Red Bull clubs to cancel his contract. At 19, Sesko has a lot of development ahead of him, but he has already shown his huge potential. The Slovenia international could be Man United's answer to Manchester City's Erling Haaland. He has bagged 45 goals in 114 senior appearances for FC Leipzig and Salzburg, and could become more prolific in a better team. Sesko also stands at 6 feet and 5 inches and marries a strong aerial threat with excellent goal-scoring capabilities. Under Erik ten Hag, he could be expected to turn in a genuine world-class talent. Man United will have to make a move and hope both Salzburg and Leipzig agree to their proposal. Man United lagging behind in a Jude Bellingham transfer race. Manchester United have fallen behind the likes of Manchester City and Real Madrid in a high-profile transfer race to sign Borussia Dortmund kid Jude Bellingham. According to The Athletic, the 19-year-old prodigy could leave Signal Iduna Park at the end of the season, but it will likely require a truckload of money to convince Die Brussen to sell their prized asset, since Bellingham doesn't have a release clause in his long-term contract and the Bundesliga heavyweights have no intention of renouncing his services. Whoever wants to sign the Englishman will have to present a world-shattering offer to snap him up. Dortmund's well-documented prowess in acquiring stratospheric figures for their up-and-comers has seemingly deterred Liverpool from entering what promises to be a ferocious tug-of-war in the summer. United witnessed the Germans' unparalleled negotiating craft firsthand during dragged-on talks to land Jadon Sancho in 2021, as they eventually had to fork out north of £70 million to get the deal over the line, given Bellingham's standout form in the Bundesliga and a collection of Europe's big guns chasing his services. They will likely demand at least double that figure for the Birmingham City Youth Academy graduate, aware they lack the financial muscle to contest the likes of Man United, Man City and Madrid. Liverpool have already dropped their interest in the England international midway through the season. However, while that would typically be a transfer boost for the Red Devils, they seem to be lagging behind the other two suitors, with Bellingham's future now hanging between the Etihad Stadium and Santiago Bernabeu. Despite Erik ten Hag's desperate need for a creative midfielder amid Christian Eriksen's injury-hit season and Fred's uncertain future at Old Trafford, United could miss out on the Englishman's signature, with Man City developing into one of Europe's most attractive destinations under Pep Guardiola and Madrid looking to revamp their aging midfield in the summer. The Dutchman may have to look elsewhere for reinforcements. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.